Hey Nesters, welcome back to the channel. Today we are at Goodwill doing some thrift shopping, hoping to find some interesting things to pick up to resell on my eBay store or even maybe to keep for myself. So let's go ahead and check it out and see what was at the thrift store today. How stunning was this peacock plate? It already had the wall hanger affixed to the back of it. I don't know if so many people really decorate with plates on their walls too much these days. It used to be a big thing. So I'd be interested. Do you guys like to use plates to decorate with on your walls? I was checking out this bowl because this was the pattern my mom had when I was growing up. I ate off this for several years and I was curious what it was called. China Pearl, and it was put out in 1988. So now I know. I found this large serving bowl, or maybe even a pie plate, because it was actually put out by a company that is pretty famous for putting out pie plates, Jeanette, Royal China. They usually do a lot of the ones that have the recipes on it. So that might actually have been originally used for a pie plate, but you definitely could use it for a serving bowl. It was a really nice piece. So I have been avoiding picking up dishes for reselling for quite a while, but if you are interested, Mikasa, this one here, is a good brand to look out for. Those sell really nicely. Mikasa, I believe that one was in the saffron color, and yeah, so Terrastone Mikasa, definitely a good find if you guys are ever out looking for any kind of plates to resell. So I was really happy when I came across this souvenir plate. Now, Santa's Village is in Jefferson, New Hampshire, which is a place where a lot of people in my state go as a kid. We don't have a lot of theme parks, around, so this is the go-to place. And I actually will share a picture here of me in a second where I was driving one of their old-fashioned cars around an automated track. There I am at Santa's Village back in the day, so a very fun memory, so I definitely picked that up to keep for myself. I liked the looks of these lobster dishes, but then I quickly realized they were plastic, so I obviously did not want those. They did have one woodland hook cup here in the Corel, but I had just recently picked up a bunch of them, and that one did have some kind of staining around the edges and it was a little rough, so I just decided to pass on that. They did have one piece of Pyrex there today, this Opal Bowl. Now they did make some true opalware that was just all white, but this one I was kind of checking out to see if some color had originally been on it, and it did appear like it might have had yellow on it at one time, so it might have been an original primary bowl. I did find some Old Town Blue Corel, but this is a newer version of it. You can see on the back here in a second where the labeling is a little bit different. It was put out by Corel Vitriel, and so you can even tell just by looking at it, it's just too new looking, right, to be vintage, but it was still really nice if you really are into Corel in general. I did find a couple of Spice of Life patterned Corningware handle pots. They did need to be cleaned up pretty badly, especially this one here was kind of scratched up on the inside, so I wasn't quite sure about that one. The other one wasn't really too bad. These were, of course, missing their lids, as most of these vintage pots and pans are. But yeah, it's a really nice set. I really enjoy the pattern and I like Corningware. This was a very beautiful design. I love the lighthouses and all the flags. Very nautical and Americana. This was put out in 1998 by Warren Kimball, and the pattern is called Coastal Breeze. I'm sure you guys can spy this watermelon dish back here. I was so excited to find this. They were asking $3 for it, I believe. I just thought it was so beautiful. You guys know this is going in my kitchen. I love to decorate my kitchen with fruits and vegetables. As a gardener, it's just kind of my thing I like to do, along with my vintage 1950s stuff. I just really love that, so I was excited to get that, and they'll be one of my new fruit bowls. So this section here a couple weeks ago is where they kept all the Christmas. I was kind of surprised to see Easter out already, and they barely had any Christmas in the store, so not sure what is up with that. It wasn't quite ready to pick up Easter items yet, but I still looked because I like looking at the bunnies and I will pick up unique ones if I find them. So they had this really cute planter here for $2. Had a nice look to him. I don't normally go for these little colorful kind of pastel type bunnies, but this one was, I don't know, just caught me off guard. I really did enjoy it. Had a nice dapper little gentleman look to him, and they definitely looked like they were going off to Easter Sunday church or something. I just thought those ones were adorable. I think this is the first time I've ever seen a rabbit nutcracker before. It was kind of fun. I saw this from far away and I thought it might be a cross stitch or some kind of embroidery, but it was actually like little teeny rocks or beads glued onto it. So it had a really neat look. It was obviously the four seasons, and I don't know, like you can't really, I don't think you would turn it upside down because the hanger only went one way on the back here. But someone had gone ahead and made this in 2019. They did a really good job. I thought it was a really cool piece. I was so sad that the lid to this was broken. I thought this little cow jar was adorable. It possibly was Carlton glass. It kind of looks like it could have been. Definitely would have snagged that up had the lid not been completely damaged. This was a really neat basket. It had this beautiful ivy on the front side of it. It seemed to be in really good shape. I'm not sure if this is something people use too much these days. I believe ladies used to set this next to their chair. They would put some magazines and their yarn and crochet stuff. I think that's what it was used for, but isn't that a really neat design? I definitely, if I still had my antique booth, would have grabbed that to resell in there. It's not something, I don't usually ship things out this large, and I had no use for it myself, but I'm sure someone definitely snagged that up, so I thought that was really beautiful. I started checking out some of the end caps there. They usually tend to put their better items on. This crackled glass caught my attention. It was made in China, so it was a newer piece. I don't know exactly how I feel about crackle glass. I don't think I personally like it, but I know some people are really into it. To me, it just kind of looks broken, so I usually pass on it for myself. This I thought was so stunning. I've really gotten into the clear glass more this year. I used to just kind of walk by because I love color so much, but the details in all the etched different parts is just so beautiful. So I thought that was fantastic. I think it looked really fantastic this time of year. You know, it kind of looks like ice, and then it just has a really nice design. So it's pretty fancy, really, for a candy dish or whatever you need it for. Kind of like this little ornament here. It had a nice mid-century look, the way that the very thin, like tinsel kind of material was on the back. It looked like a starburst. It was coming undone a little bit there. Probably could have been fixed, but yeah, I thought it was really neat. I was checking out the one Christmas grab bag that they had. You guys know I like to pick those up when I can, but I didn't really see anything inside that was interesting to me. They had a little mouse in there, so of course I'm going to pass on that. Well, that is going to wrap up the thrift along with me portion of this video. I will share with you in just a second here all of the items I actually did pick up today to resell or keep for myself. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new here, please do go ahead and subscribe. I would really appreciate that, and I appreciate a thumbs up on the video as well. And definitely leave me a comment down below. I'd love to talk to you. So we will catch you in the next video, guys. Thanks so much. Bye.